Good return by Ian Smart, 2 and out by the Stampeders defense. A single point for BC, and now Calgary. First possession, second half. And Dante Marsh with a quick stop on that completion to Jermaine Copeland. You heard Schultz talk about Henry Burris.
Did he ever? Said it was his best first half that Chris Schultz has ever seen him play. I agree with Chris that it was a very good first half, especially when he had to improvise. He made great decisions. He was patient and threw the ball very well. Looked like he had complete control of the offense in that first half.
1 5-play touchdown drive capped by a Burris 7-yard run. Another 5-play 75-yard drive, and that touchdown catch by Rambo. Here's Nick Lewis. We call his name first time tonight. And Lewis with a first down catch. 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons for number 82.
Here he is right here. As he comes across, he'll just sit right in the hole, right through the zone defense. He lets everybody clear past him and then just gives a little wave to Henry Burris, who had lots of time to wait for Nick Lewis to clear through the coverage.
The dime back, Reggie Miles, a newcomer for BC, made the tackle, but a 13-yard gain. Joffrey Reynolds off the right side, tripped up, and hurdles down to the 45-yard line.
Ask John Hufnagel whether or not Joffrey Reynolds will be used more in the offense this year, if he has plans to make sure that Reynolds can improve on his numbers from a year ago that did drop off from the year before in 2006. And Coach Hufnagel basically said Joffrey Reynolds will get his 1,000 yards if he stays healthy. I'd be shocked if he doesn't, but this is a quarterback, a former quarterback as a head coach, and you know he likes to throw it.
It was a hot-button topic last year, and 15 carries, 55 yards in the Western semifinal. Another first down catch by Nick Lewis to the BC 32-yard line, and Burris hot to start the third quarter, as he was off the mark in this game in the first quarter.
Well, you can be calm and in control of your offense if you don't have anyone in your face. And Henry Burris and the quick throw here. John Hufnagel said at halftime coming out there, we all heard him say that they want to control the football, put together some long drives, 10, 11, 12-play drives, so they can keep their banged-up defense off the field.
A couple of catches for Lewis gives him 298 on his career. First down at the 32. And Burris looking downfield, and that ball dropped. Intended for Chris Jackson.
Chris Jackson had his hands on it, went through the seam, but the veteran at safety, Baron Miles, just came across the field, and I think he just caught the eye of Jackson. Chris Jackson sort of peeked to number 9, coming across to hit him, took his eyes off the football, and you could see there is Miles just saying, hey, I'm right here. That's not on the quarterback. That's a drop, catchable pass for Chris Jackson.
Like it was on the money, 2nd and 10. And got a quarterback draw. Yes, he breaks a tackle. And for the 25, he'll be short of the first down. Aaron Hunt prevented the first down.
This is what Henry Burris wanted, and the reason that he went into this workout program in the offseason that emphasized weight training, a ton of core work. He talked about changing his training program so that he could strengthen his lower body, strengthen his throwing arm, and you could see him break tackles. He said, I wanted to be more stable, not only when I was in the pocket, but when I was running the football. He said, last year I looked at some times I got hit, and I flew 5-6 yards. I wanted to avoid that, and he showed it there.
7 yards for Burris. So on third down, DeAngelis surveys a 32-yard attempt. And DeAngelis misses to the right. Well, that's uncharacteristic. Missed opportunity for Sandro DeAngelis.
So far ahead, it's intelligent CBT.
Leading last year, but without a sack this evening, and it's tackle hunger night here at McMahon Stadium as that great Purolator program starts up for another season. Lions go to work from their 35. Curious Jackson still in at quarterback, and A catch made by Paris Jackson over the middle. And a lot of new faces on that defense. Let's get an injury update from Jermaine Franklin.
Thanks, Chris. Buck Pierce, he is out with a shoulder injury, but he is still available. It's a Wally Buono decision, and he still wants to go. Sherko Razuli, he is out with a hamstring. He will not return. On the Stamp side, Salim Rashid is out with a separated shoulder. Juwan Simpson is out with a hamstring, and Fontaine Hunter is also out with a hamstring.
So both import defensive ends out of the game, and a pass broken up there. What a great break on the ball by Shannon James. We thought he might have had a pick and a touchdown.
Guys like Shannon James are going to have to really pick up their play and start to make big plays like that simply because